Well, Ford has hit the brakes on its electric vehicle plans in Ontario, delaying production at its Oakville plant until 2027. The automaker blaming a slowdown in demand for EVs. But you might recall this plan included commitments from the federal and provincial governments to also pour in hundreds of millions of dollars. Back in 2020, Justin Trudeau and Doug Ford called it an important step in building the next generation of Canada's auto industry, one that would secure 5,000 jobs. Instead, thousands of plant workers are now staring at uncertainty, which is not sitting well with the union that represents them. Lana Payne is the national president at Unifor, and she joins us here in studio. Thanks very much for joining us this morning. Do you get a heads up when companies are retooling and making these kind of changes? How did that all play out?
Yeah, we, myself and our senior team, we went to Dearborn, Michigan on Tuesday to meet with senior officials of Ford Motor Company, and they basically laid out that they were going to be delaying production of EVs in Canada at that point. But there had been a lot of rumors on the shop floor, chatter in the auto sector that there could be some challenges here. And of course, as you mentioned, the markets are all over the place.
Yeah, well, look, you're right. We've talked about this all year. What's the current demand for EVs, and how do you make decisions around that? But I guess the fact that so many decisions were made around this plant plan in particular, involving the company, involving multiple layers of government, are you surprised about the way things have unfolded so far?
Well, my concern is with our members. I mean, they're looking at an extended period of potential unemployment right now when you consider that we've shifted the timeline right out to 2027. And we have 3,200 auto workers who are employed at Oakville Assembly, plus another 2,000 people who depend on this plant in the supply base. So all of their futures now are up in the air. And our job now is to have discussions. In fact, we started setting these up yesterday with Ford Motor Company to say, okay, how do we mitigate and lessen the impact on our members, on auto workers in Canada? And are there any other things that can be done here to mitigate or lessen the impact of this extended transition period?
Yeah. Is that the start of a conversation on the subject? Like, what are your hopes?
Well, obviously on Tuesday I raised all of these things. But for sure, this is not going to be figured out overnight. But yesterday the company was at least giving us signals that they're willing to sit down and speak with us and work something out here. I mean, every rock needs to be unturned. We've got to find every possibility to lessen this impact on 5,000 people in Canada and their families.
And does it maybe open the door to you were alluding a little bit to this, but does it open the door to a broader conversation of what if demand on the business side doesn't play out in the shorter term? And I'm not just saying, this quarter or next quarter, but over the next couple of years, doesn't play out the way that governments themselves had been anticipating and really pushing towards, because we now have these huge long-term commitments that we are making as a country, that the industry has been making as well. But there's a lot of money that goes into that. There are subsidies that go into that. And then all of a sudden, if we don't necessarily reach those levels, if the market doesn't unfold that way, there's a lot that gets caught in the middle of that. And to your point, that would include people who are working in the industry.
Yeah, it's anytime you're in the middle of what is now a massive transformation of an industry, there are going to be major bumps in the road, for sure. Our job is to try and mitigate and lessen any impact on workers, and that's what we'll be doing. I mean, we negotiated transition supports for our members during bargaining in the fall, as you recall. I believe that demand will continue to grow. It is growing. There are just a lot more players now in this space, more people building electric vehicles, that is for sure. But the reality is this is going to be a big part of the auto industry of the future, and Canada needs to be in the game. This investment that has occurred and will continue to occur is very important for the future auto industry in the country.
it's where we're going, so we got to
Yes.
keep going down that road. So how do you talk with your members then in the short term about that? You talked about talking to the company itself or the
Yes.
industry itself, but what kind of conversations do you have with your members?
Yeah, well, obviously, I've been back and forth many times with our leadership at the plant in Oakville. Our plant leaders have been out on the shop floor talking to our members, assuring them exactly what our plans are to push and to press the company here in any way that we can.
Okay.